Hi, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and do a life update. I know I told everybody I was coming back, and obviously it's been a while, about a week since I said that, and I haven't posted any new content as of yet. I've been kind of waiting so that I could sit down and get a minute and kind of like catch you guys up before I just start steamrolling out the videos, right? Because that would just be a little weird, a little awkward, right? Um, for those of you who are new to me, you don't know anything about me, so I kind of want to let you know who I am. And for those of you who haven't seen me in 5 years, I wanted to go ahead and kind of get you caught up to where we're at now. So my kids are out playing, having their tennis lessons, and my little kids are playing at the park with dad, and I'm in the car just having a moment to myself, getting a breather. And I thought I'd share that breather with you guys and go ahead and catch you up because I don't know when I'm going to get another minute. Who knows, right? So basically, my oldest, like I said, I have 7 children. It's 7 blessed mama. My oldest will be turning 17 in May. So, yes, I'm going to have a 17-year-old, right? Um, she'll be a senior next year. Right now, she's a junior. Okay, so I have one more year after this school year is over with, and one more full year, and I would have a homeschool high school graduate. Wow. I mean, and we went from the whole education all the way through homeschool with her. So that none of my children have been in the public school system except for my oldest went to pre-K for 6 months. And that was it. So everybody else has been homeschooled since the beginning. So I don't have any for you new to homeschool people. I don't really have any like transitioning advice or anything like that because I've never done that transition. Although, my baby sister, well, she's not my baby sister anymore. She's a grown woman, but I still call her that because I love her so much. But my baby sister, she has a 6-year-old, and he went into e-learning last year, and he's still e-learning right now. So I kind of have an idea of what that experience looks like through her, but I don't really have any public school transition to homeschool experience. So that's one thing that's unique about me that, folks might want to know, right? We've been doing this since the beginning. The oldest, 17, she has her permit, doesn't have her driver's license quite yet because she's a little late on that. And I didn't think I was going to be the one teaching her. And due to the state of the world, um, a lot of the classes that I could put her in for that have been canceled until whenever. So since it's been up to me and dad, it's been a slow process. She doesn't seem to be worried about it though. I think this is the age of Uber and Lyft, and maybe their mindset is different. I don't know. When I was 15, I was clamoring to get behind the wheel, so it's a different era. But my next eldest is my son. He's 14. He will be going into ninth grade next year. So I'll have 2 high schoolers next year. 2 homeschool high schoolers. Whoa, okay? And um, he's a little bit on the shy side, but he's coming out of his shell just a little bit. Next year, he'll have some couple of in-person co-op classes. Hopefully that'll, get him get him going on that, coming out of his shell train. So we'll see how it goes. He's in some organizations and some extracurriculars as well that should be helpful with that. But he's, like I said, that's my oldest son. He's more reserved, more laid back, intellectual type of shy guy. Lately, he just recently got a bass guitar. So that's new. Over the summer, he took a beat making class, and so he now knows how to make beats and do music. He's into that. So, out of all my kids, I finally got a musician. Oh, I forgot to mention that my oldest is a part of um, a publication. So, she's into journalism now. So, we have that going. So, they're doing my oldest kids are starting to come into themselves and do their thing. They have a lot of their own individual interests and stuff like that, and I support that. So it's interesting. I have these really, moving forward older independents, and then I have the middles. So my oldest top middle is my girl, and she's just turned 12, and she also has a bass guitar and a violin. So we have that going. We have two musicians in the family, but her and my 14-year-old are like basically 2 years late twins. Everybody in the family knows it. Their personalities are like identical. Like literally they're attached at the hip. I don't even know how that happened that they weren't in the womb at the same time, but literally it's almost like they speak twin language. I don't know if that's just something that happens in large families or what, but that's how they roll. Okay? And then I have the after my 12-year-old daughter, oh, and she's into graphic design, graphic novels, um sci-fi, fantasy, My Little Pony fandom, anime fandom, art. That's her stick, right? Okay, so she's all into that. Um, then you have my 10-year-old. I mean, sorry, he's not 10 yet. He'll be 10 this summer, but my 9-year-old son. Okay, and my 9-year-old son, um, he is my master builder. Okay, he is the Lego master. He is the special. He is Lego Batman. He is the just Lego. Okay, and then Duplo. I mean, not Lego, but Lego and Tinker Toys and Connects and anything you have to build and put together. My 9-year-old is all about that life, and he's definitely into Minecraft. He took an entire Minecraft class over the summer with the Atlanta Museum of Art and Design, and they were doing like some type of STEM based environmental Minecraft thing, and he was like really into it. He knows all about it. It's like if I had to hear about an Enderman and a iron ore, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? But anybody with a Minecrafter in their house knows this is the language. You know, you have a whole language that you have to learn with these guys. Um, yeah, so that's, my 9-year-old builder, Lego Minecrafter type. Everybody has one of those, I'm sure. And then we have my 7-year-old daughter, and she's just cute as a button, and she's so lady and girly and rough all at the same time. She can keep up with her brothers, okay, because she's kind of like sandwiched in between a lot of boys. um as you can see, our pattern was girl boy girl boy girl boy, and then I'll just, when I get to the end, I'll explain why there's so many boys around her. So, like I said, she's like my little princess, and she likes little furry stuffed animals and squishy things and fluffiness. Okay, so that's always her thing, right? So then she has a love for being read aloud to. She likes art, stuff like that. So that's basically what she's into. Unicorns, definitely, that's a thing. And lately it's been what are those things called? Mermaids. Yeah, really into mermaids. Then I have my 5-year-old son, just turned 5, okay? And that one there was the one that broke the mold. Okay, no, I'm just saying. His personality is um uh what is it? Dance to the beat of his own drum type thing? Yeah, that's him, okay? He does his own thing. He does what he wants when he wants, and he's a snack kid, and he loves fruit. We call him the little fruit bat because if we put out a fruit bowl, he'll eat all of it. Like literally, like we'll be somewhere sitting down doing something, turn our heads and turn back around, and he's ate like a 3-pound bag of cutie oranges. Like that's, I don't know. We don't even know where he's putting it because, he's a picky eater, so he has a hard time eating like, a plate of food, but he loves his fruit, and he loves snacks, and he's a very, bubbly person. He's loving, and affectionate and everything like that. It's just that, like I said, he kind of likes to do his own thing, and kind of have to leave him to it. What is that term we use? That nice term, strong-willed. We're gonna go with that. Strong-willed, very strong-willed. And we thought for the longest he was going to be the baby. So you can only imagine how much he was treated like the baby. He was literally called the baby up until The newest baby, which after him is another son. See, he broke the pattern. My last child broke the pattern. We went girl, boy, all the way down. And to the last child, number 7, he is a boy. And he obviously is 1 year old. So you see, for a long time there, we thought it was just going to be the 5-year-old was going to be the baby, and the 1-year-old is the baby. So up until he was 6 months old, we still were calling my 5-year-old the baby. But now, the 1-year-old is the baby now. So, and he is very, very intelligent. He's not a big talker like my other ones were around the same age. I think he just turned 16 months. And usually my kids are huge talkers. I mean, I'm a huge talker. I mean, they get it from me, right? But I don't know. He seems like he's more reserved, but he knows everything you're saying. Like if there's like 3 things on the floor and you say, "Can you go get me the red crayon?" He'll give you the red crayon. If you say, "May I have that water bottle from you, please?" He'll give you the water bottle and not the raisins. I mean, like he's that kid. Um, it's just it's really interesting seeing him be more reserved in such this large group. Usually they try to like join right in, but he's more. I think he might be laid back, and I guess after the 5-year-old, that's like a blessing, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I shouldn't be going there. I mean, it's like I said, he's a joy, really, but handful. Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But I don't want this video to get like too long. But I just wanted to kind of like update you on all the kids, where we were with it, so you can see the spectrum of personalities, grade levels, interests, things of that nature. I had like literally a good 3 out of the 5 years I was gone, a good 3 of those years I was going through severe burnout and I didn't want to homeschool anymore. Somehow I made it through. Somehow I kept doing this. I don't know how. It must be God. Couldn't be nothing else. I'm telling you now, prayer works. But I realized that some of the burnout and the frustration, a lot of that came from um, the way I was homeschooling. And that is not to say that there's anything wrong with homeschooling for cheap or for free or anything like that, because my budget was what it was. But where sometimes where you're on a tight budget and you do have room in the budget and you still don't spend the money on things that are kind of like open and go and ready made, or maybe an outside class, and you try to just take on so much yourself and do so much DIY, it's overwhelming. Okay. And so that's one huge big lesson I have learned over this break, is not to overwhelm myself. I am one person. I can only do so much. I don't do all the things. I won't do all the things. I am not all the women. Okay. I'm not every woman. I am one woman. I am me. I am imperfect and I can only do my best. So now I do a lot of outsourcing. My older kids take a combination of community classes, online classes, um, and curriculum with me. So it's a mixed bag. Anything that I feel like is something I don't want to teach, I don't. Just don't do it, right? Anything that I feel like is something like with the sports, they all play tennis. We're not about to do, you do tennis and now you're over at soccer and now you're over at this. No, they're all going to do tennis, and later on in the year, they're all going to do martial arts. And that's just the end of it. And I'm sorry if that's not what you want, but this is how I need to do it. When you have such a large group, sometimes this is the way things are done. And I'm happy, right? I'm happy for it. And so that's the other thing. Like, I matter. Okay? And the other thing that sorry, they're walking up to the car. I'm trying to tell them like, "Oh, you guys want some water?" I'm like, "Oh, don't make me have to record this all over again." Right? But uh the other thing that was going on, other than the 3 years of burnout, and like I said, I came through on the other side with that by the grace of God, like no doubt. Like I'm joking around a lot, but like in all seriousness, I know It had to be that this is what we were meant to be doing, because I came out of it. And not only did I come out of it, but I actually enjoy homeschooling again. Like, I felt my love for it again. And that I know is a miracle. And that I know is the Lord working in my life, like for real, for real. The other thing is that's happened over the 5 years is that obviously I said the Lord and I said God, and I've been a believer this whole time, but I have to say I'm more these days unapologetically a believer in Christ. Okay, I don't think that that's something I need to hide, right? I'm not saying I hid it before, but I try not to be controversial. I try to ride the middle a lot. I've always overthought everything and how I presented myself online. But you know what it is? I am a Christ believer, and it's all good because Christ works in my life and he sustains me and he keeps me up. So there you have it. Boom. All right. Um, that's one thing, the other thing, um is one more big thing. Oh, my health, which is another reason why I have to, you know give God all the glory and the praise, right? Because I've been going through some hemoglobin issues over the last 5 years or so, that has left me with some severe anemia. I've been seeing a hematologist, and they're trying to rule out thalassemia, which they haven't. It's more likely that I have a condition called thalassemia. Most black people I know, people of African descent, or some people who are not even of African descent, but maybe have, don't look of African descent, but probably have African DNA, have a condition called sickle cell anemia. Well, sickle cell anemia, I'm familiar with. I don't have the sickle cell trait. I don't have sickle cell anemia, but I do have the trait in my family line on my mother's side for a disease called thalassemia, which means your hemoglobin are small. They don't hold a lot of oxygen to the cells, okay, causing you to have all types of issues. And so um, I've been hit hard with that. I thought at first, and so did the midwives that I was seeing with my last birth, that it had something to do with, I've had 8 pregnancies. I have one angel baby. Um, that it has something to do with the 8 pregnancies, but in reality, what it was is that it's this genetic component that we're trying to get a diagnosis for. So, that's something I've been going through. And that was another reason why taking the break was a good thing for me, to not push myself so hard and to really focus on my health. Lately, I've been kind of feeling good. I can't tell if it's because the weather broke finally here in Georgia and the sun is out or what. But yeah, it's been a pretty rough journey. I mean, like being in the infusion center and hooked to machines, getting, iron infusions and stuff like that, almost having to get blood transfusions. I'm not trying to get that far off into my medical thing, but like it's real. Like I was going to like fall out in the street, like for real. Like us moms need to take care of ourselves. Okay. It took literally for me to not be able to hold my head up and not be able to hardly move out of the bed to even just go to the restroom. Like I was laying in the bed for like 2 weeks straight before I finally went and got some help. Okay. Don't ever wait that long to go get help as a mother. I'm just letting you know right now. Well, as a person, okay, just as a person in general. But definitely, I feel like it's a mom thing where we just keep going until we just can't go anymore. I just don't, obviously that's not healthy and it's not going to work. Okay? So that's been going on. If you guys could keep me in your prayers about that too, because it's ongoing right now. Like I said, feeling good today, but something can come on and I can dip right back down. I have like a little meter that I test my hemoglobin, iron levels and stuff at the house and everything. Like, it's like serious. But yeah. And I know everybody's probably gonna give me like a bazillion like health advice on all the supplements and vitamins and foods and diets that I could probably be taking to help this issue. Trust me, I probably know all of them, but I think I got a good routine going right now with what I got going on right now. So I mean, I'm open for suggestions, but don't think that I don't already know, because I probably already know, because I like to internet research. But that's it. So everybody's coming back towards the car now, and I'm about to go ahead and end this video. But that's the life update. So that catches you up. So what you should be seeing from here on out will be uploads of like curriculum stuff that we've been using. I'm not going to go all in the past years. We're just going to go with this school year and things that are working. And then I'll probably want to talk about things that aren't working.